Welcome back to the Community Campfire. We're sitting in studio with Kate Chanson. How are you?
I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So, Kate, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from and who are you?
Well, John, I'm actually from Park City, Utah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Local artist.
And I'm a full-time artist, a full-time mom. I sing almost every night, and I get to create these magical experiences for people. So that's who I am now.
All right. And you were born here in Park City?
I was born here in Park City and grew up here, and it's just an absolutely beautiful place to grow up.
Are you still around Park City? Are you in Midway
I'm
now?
in Camas now.
Camas.
Yeah, I moved to the sticks.
Nice. Camas is awesome and part of our listening area. So a shout out to all the Camas listeners out there. We have one of your own here in the studio.
Go ahead, John.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was just more about you singing. You've been singing pretty much your whole life.
Yeah, pretty much my whole life. I've sort of always had this little talent that when I started singing, everybody listened. And it's been a long journey to learn how to use that power in the best way possible. And I'm still learning, but I'd say it's going quite well.
Awesome.
So I understand that a lot of your early singing days you spent around your grandmother's piano, learning a lot of the jazz classics. Was she the one that really kind of inspired your love of jazz in particular, or was she somebody who had loved all genres of music?
Oh, my grandma. So she's my bubby. She's 84. She's still with us. And she loved the old Hollywood starlets. And she would show me the movies whenever I would go over there, and I'd sit by the piano and I'd follow the notes as she taught me all of these old classic jazz standards. And so it gave me a love really early on, and I didn't really tap back into it until about 4 years ago. And I was starting my life over after a really hard and messy divorce. And I remember just studying this music after I put my son to bed and dreaming of being this vintage jazz artist. And I pitched it when I was in Asheville and nobody wanted it. And I even got here to Park City and I was like, oh, this would be the perfect place for it. It's so luxurious and nostalgic and people are just going to love it. And I can't tell you how many times I got turned down. People were like, no one's going to want that. You're just a girl singing to tracks. Like, just pick up a guitar like everyone else. And I just kept saying, no, no, no. I believe in this. I believe in this. And then finally, I got picked up by 2 venues here in Park City, 2 prominent venues, and it just rolled from there. And now it's one of my biggest sources of income, and my biggest product is this beautiful vintage jazz experience.
That's great. Well, we have a lot of jazz lovers here as KPCW listeners.
We have
we'll have
show,
to we'll have to connect you with Rich Rector, who's the host of our Friday and Saturday night jazz show called Rich Tones Curated Jazz, and I'm sure if he hasn't yet done a show based on the Hollywood jazz standards, I'm sure he'd love to. So we'll get you guys connected.
Right, and you should listen tonight. It'll be on tonight.
Yep.
For those listening to this show. Tune back in at 10 o'clock or tomorrow night at 11 for Rich Tones Curated Jazz right here on KPCW. But in addition to jazz, you do rhythm and blues. You cut out a little bit of all of it. We've got some country songs that you put together. You just love music.
I am really, really versatile. I never like to be pegged as just one thing. So I love country. I love folk music. I get hired a lot to do really specialty events. Like I'm doing an 80s funk show at the end of this month. And this instrument that I have is really versatile and can pretty much do anything. And I love a good costume.
Who doesn't? I think that's a requirement of living in Park City, is having a costume closet.
A good theme party.
I do.
All right. Well, you also you have a son, and I'm sure he inspires your music daily, or at least gets you the solace of being able to go away to music. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I would say it's a bit of both, right? I mean, on one hand, yes, like I'm a single mom. I'm fully raising him and supporting him entirely with music, which is mind-blowingly amazing. I'm really proud of myself for that. And I definitely love the fact that I can be at home and my hair's in a messy bun. And of course I'm being like spit on and food's being thrown at me, as anybody that has a toddler understands. And then I get to dress up and be all elegant and go out. And it's so nice to have both worlds. It's really nourishing. But yeah, he inspires most of my music. My last album was almost entirely about him and our story, and just not giving up. I just wanted to show him a version of me that was strong and powerful. And I wanted to build us this life where we were just thriving, and we're definitely there. So that's really cool.
That's really fantastic. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that level of perseverance and passion and, sticking to your dream and making it work. Has he caught the music bug? Is he musical himself?
He's so musical, yes. He loves, he plays my piano, he plays my guitar, he loves to drum. He comes to some of my shows sometimes whenever it's kid-friendly, and he'll want to get up on the mic with me and sing. So I'm excited to see what that develops into.
Well, are you going to play a song that is off that album right now for us?
No, that album, I actually wrote it 2.5 years ago. So it's sort of done for me. I mean, I've written so much new material since then. Although one of the songs I am going to play is about him and sort of the unexpected, I guess you could almost say, toll that being a parent has taken that I didn't really expect, and the grace that I have for myself and not knowing what I was getting into.
Well, let's get into that now. What song are you going to play for us right now?
This song is called Grace.
Grace. All right. Well, we are in the studio right now with Kate Chanson, and here is an original song, Grace.
Well, I had no clue when I was 22 what it'd take to be a mama. I had no idea. Well, I looked after kids since I was one myself. Grew up way too fast, raising everyone else. I had no idea. And I'll admit I wish I had a little bit more time to be young and wild and a child in my own right, to not feel the weight of holding everything down while I'm raising you up. So I'll give me some grace. I didn't know what this would take. Well, I'm on my own journey, healing myself. Don't worry, baby, it's not your job to help, and it gets complicated being for you, but I never had a safe place to land. So I'll give me some grace. I didn't know what this would take. And I'll admit I wish I had a little bit more time to be young and wild and a child in my own right, to not feel the weight of holding everything down while I'm raising you up. I'll give me some grace. I didn't know what this would take. And no one tells you how hard it's gonna be. What do you give up to be someone's everything? To feel the weight of holding everything down while I'm raising me up. Well, I'll give me some grace. I don't know what this would take. I'll give me some grace. I don't know what this would take. I'll give me some grace. I don't know what this would take. I'll give me some grace. I don't know what this would take.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Kate. If you're just tuning in, we are in studio with Kate Chanson, local Park City native who has explored the world and built her love of music and her repertoire. And we have a lot of your original songs in our library here at KPCW that we feature. We feature local artists every hour throughout the musical hours of our day. And we love that you play locally here now, and our listeners can come find you. I'm curious, in the songwriting process, how you approach creating your own original songs versus, every artist out there does some covers. They have some of their favorite covers and artists that inspire them. Can you talk a little bit about your own songwriting and artists that have inspired you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm a super creative person. I sort of get these visions of things that I want to create, and sometimes it involves original music, and sometimes it involves music from other artists and interpreting those to just create the best experience possible. My music, I mean, I feel really lucky. I can kind of just sit down and write something. Music flows through me really easily. And like I said, a lot of the music that I write is about my experience as a mom, and it's sort of a different world now with creating your own music. You don't usually make money off of your original music, I mean, to be totally honest. So a lot of what you put in investment wise to create music and put it out into the world is self-invested, and so you have to kind of come back to why you do it in the first place. And for me, it's because I think about the mom that just got completely berated by their child in the grocery store and they wanted everything under the sun, and you just feel completely depleted, and then you get into the car and you hear one of my songs. It's like, you're so not alone, and just keep going, and like, yes, this is chaos, but you've got it. That's really inspiring to me, and I have moms come up to me and tell me that, and that's why I make original music, is because I'm translating this part of the human experience that doesn't have a lot of music around it. I don't know a lot of people that write music about what it's like to be a mom or a parent in general, and it matters to me that people feel heard.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, well, I can relate to those moments in the grocery store.
Sure. And I can relate to, yes, all the screaming that goes on when we go through the grocery store and can't get everything that he picks up. Every chocolate thing he could find is going in the cart. I don't understand it. And it's like, I can only say no so many times. All right. But beyond that, so musically, you've been playing around town. You've been playing some really fun venues, a couple of sponsors. You were talking about family-friendly shows. You've got a ton coming up. I think you have 22 shows this month of March. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And that's a personal record?
This is a personal record. Actually, it's 23. I just picked up another one.
Of course. You can't say no.
I am getting so much better at saying no, actually. And it's been awesome because when I first got here, I just took everything that came my way. And now I'm in a place where I can say, does this venue value me? Did they pay me on time? Does it feel good to share my gift here? Because what I'm doing is so much more than music. It really is healing. And I know that. And people around me feel that when they hear me sing. And I think it's so beautiful. So yeah, personal record this month. Because it's not only shows, but it's also my original productions that are now selling out. I play a venue down in Salt Lake, and it's like a mini theater, and I'm their top booked artist. So
fantastic. What is that venue called?
It's called Edison House.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Edison House, and I create custom music experiences. So this
with
month,
a sommelier and a chocolatier.
Yeah, there's cocktails, there's chocolates, there's tasting experiences. The next one that I have coming up is all vintage jazz singers, and I'm kind of covering them and giving homage to them. So Judy Garland and Julie London and all of these voices that have inspired me, kind of cabaret style. So
fantastic. Now you've got a show tonight at Estee.
Yes.
Is that a family-friendly one?
Yeah, so tonight I'll be at Estee from 5 to 8 p.m. and it's open to the public, and it's
a sponsor of KPCW.
Yes. And I just love to give a shout out to them, Carissa, who is the owner. I mean, there were times in the last 2 years that I didn't know how I was going to pay for groceries. And I reached out to her and I was like, can you just book me an extra time? And she was always there for me. And she supports so much live music and live artists. So definitely come support that business.
That's great to know, yes.
Well, we're going to get into one song to send you off here. But if listeners out there want to find out more about you, how do they do that?
Well, you can go to my website, katechanson.com, or follow me on Instagram, Kate Chanson Music. And I'm one of those people that posts inspirational stories all day long of things that I'm making and things that I'm doing and the shows that I'm producing. So it's fun to follow along.
Well, thank you so much for being on the Community Campfire. What are you going to play us out to?
This next song is called On My Way Up.
On My Way Up, right here at KPCW.
Everyone that's met me says don't forget me when I see your name in lights. destined for fame. It's tattooed on my name. My ancient soul will live the paradigm. To everyone who's known me, thank you so much. It's been a long journey, but I'm on my way. On my way, on my way, on my way, on my way, on my way. I'm on my way up. On my way, on my way, on my way, on my way, on my way. I'm on my way up. From the Carolinas to the Himalayas, I've been so loved, I've been so seen. Yogi hippie girl with no shoes on my feet, magenta hair, rock and roll, barracuda queen. To everyone who's held me, thank you so much. It's been a long journey, but I'm on my way up. On my way, on my way, on my way, on my way, on my way. I'm on my way up. On my way, on my way, on my way, on my way, on my way. I'm on my way up. 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 On my way up. Ooh. To everyone who's loved me, thank you so much. I won't forget you.